Coming to you live from Mexico. This is a TNA Impact review on Tim Blunt's Smoke and Mirrors. Okay, we're back. So we're still on the road. We're in Mexico for today. And I see you got a little souvenir there.
Viva la raza, vatos locos, big bottle of cerveza. We'll get that to another day though. So we're here to bring you this exciting TNA Impact review. So let's get it started. So first off, started the show. Could say it was a waste of 20 minutes. Could have been shorter. Mr. Anderson comes to the ring with his old school teacher. He basically says that he's here to help him with this math problem he's got. So he says that 1 plus 0 equals 1. He wants his damn rematch. So he tells the professor that his work here is done, see you later. And then he tells him to hold on. He had a few questions for him. And they were talking about some girl that he used to sit next to in class that here the teacher was after her too. And she said, Mr. Anderson says, oh, I talked to her and she said that you said I was gay. And stuff like that. So he ended up giving the teacher guy a mic check. Next thing you know, Hogan's music hits. Him and Bischoff come walking to the ring. They get in the ring. They say, telling Mr. Anderson. Bischoff starts telling him that he don't know what Hogan sees in him or anything like that. So Hogan said, he gives Hogan the mic. Hogan gets on the mic. He said what he did to the teacher was pretty cool. But other than that, you don't have a rematch. He says he don't care about the piece of paper that Dixie Carter wrote that says he has a rematch. Because he's in control now, it means nothing. So he's lucky he's even getting a shot. So then RVD comes out. He's in the ring. Gets in Mr. Anderson's face, tells him, yeah, if you got something to say about me, say it to me right now. And basically, Mr. Anderson didn't have too much to say. Called Hulk Hogan a douchebag. I thought Hulk Hogan was just going to fucking clothesline him or something, man. It would have been awesome. But that didn't happen. He just said that's the main event for the night. Sting comes out. His music hits. Holding the new TNA World Title belt. Looks pretty nice.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it because I was filling off some papers when all this was going on. So.
Yeah, well,
is it like
Sting
their
said
old
the
one
network. What's that?
Is their new belt like their old one or what?
Nah, it's better looking. It's pretty good. So Sting comes out and says the network says he's the special guest enforcer in the match. And he gets to do whatever he wants and says it's showtime, one of his old sayings. So after that, we go to a commercial, of course. After 20 minutes for all that. First match of the night, TNA Knockouts match. Tara versus Mickie James. It was a pretty good match for girls. Tara had Mickie James in the Boston Crab, man. Oh, she would not tap out. Made it to the ropes. Eventually she gets off a high impact move, some like a DDT, tilt-a-whirl DDT, and really planted Tara. So she was out. She got the 1, 2, 3, Madison Rain walks down the entrance ramp, pretty mad look on her face, and then leaves. They go to another commercial after that. They show a preview from last week where the Pope was beating that Kato guy. Now we find out his name's O-Kato. So he had him tied up, and Pope had his little walking pimp cane, beating the crap out of him. But that was last week, so this week they're in a real wrestling match.
So all of a sudden he's a wrestler now, huh?
Yeah, he's a wrestler now. So during the match, the Pope just beat the crap out of this guy, put his head under the ring apron, stomped the hell out of it, bashed his head in with his fist. Later on, put his hand up, pulled the glove off, and had all these big brass rings. So yeah, he left his face a bloody mess. Samoa Joe comes out. Pope gets out the ring, walks up the entrance ramp laughing. Another commercial. Ric Flair comes out with Matt Hardy, Bully Ray. They get in the ring.
Yeah, when did Bully Ray join Immortal? I don't remember that.
Well, I guess he did a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Bully Ray, Matt Hardy, Ric Flair, they're in the ring. They call out Fortune. AJ Styles got power bombed through a fucking table onto the concrete last week, so he ain't there. He ain't gonna be around for a while. So it's Kazarian and Beer Money. They come running to the ring, playing like they're tough. Really, we know they would have got their asses kicked. So they made it look like they were winning. The lights turned all red in the arena. Abyss comes out of nowhere, who everyone thought he was dead or whatever. So he comes back, messes everyone up, gives them black hole slam. And then he cuts a little promo in the back saying he's a monster. Monsters don't hide in your closet or under your bed. They go right in your face and crap like that. So that was that. Then after that was probably going to be one of the best matches of the night coming up. Hernandez walking out with the new Knockout Tag Team Champions, Sarita, Rosita, and now he has a new partner. His name is Anarchia. Means anarchy in American, but it's Anarchia, Mexican name. I think he possibly might be related to Hector Guerrero, might be his son or something. He looks similar to Chavo. He looks to be a pretty good wrestler. So they had a Mexican street fight. Hernandez, Anarchia versus Matt Morgan, and he rounds up Devon Dudley. I mean, Devon Dudley, he's got a lot of experience in hardcore matches, street fights, all that, so.
Wasn't that kind of random?
In the match.
All of a sudden?
Yeah. Yeah, and then during the match, everything's going down, they're fighting. It was hard to see the match because they had the camera mostly on Velvet Sky running down the entrance ramp.
That's never a bad thing.
Sarita and Rosita. What's that?
Having the camera on Velvet Sky, that's never a bad thing.
No, it's not. That's always a good thing. But what happened to her, I didn't like. Rosita and Sarita jumped her. When Matt Morgan went to stand over Velvet Sky, that's when Anarchia grabbed some brass knuckles, blasted Devon in the back of the head, gets the 1, 2, 3. During the match, when Velvet Sky was out there, Angelina Love came walking out like she was going to help her. But she had a real funny look. I guess now the act is she's possessed by that winner chick or whatnot, so kind of stupid. I don't like it. Don't know where they're going with that, so they're doing that. And I went to a commercial, and as Ink comes out to the ring, it's going to be a tag team match. Scott Steiner's music hits, so I said, oh man, don't tell me Scott Steiner went and got Rick Steiner and they're back together. Nope. It's that new guy, Crimson. They come down to the ring. Scott Steiner, a veteran in tag team matches, so they get the victory at the end. Shannon Moore's pretty disappointed. Grabs Scott Steiner's headdress that he wears, the little metal thing. Takes it, wipes his butt with it, throws it at Scott Steiner, which wasn't too smart to do to piss him off, and right away security's there grabbing everybody, and Shannon Moore's taking off up the entrance ramp with Jesse Neal arguing. So they'll probably break up in the future, that tag team. And after that, we're down to the main event already. Like I said, the show went by pretty fucking quick. So RVD comes out, Mr. Anderson comes out, special guest enforcer, Sting comes out. Pretty good match. Eventually they end up outside the ring. Mr. Anderson gives RVD a mic check into the steel ring post. By then, the original ref got knocked out, so Sting's in there for being the ref. He wouldn't count RVD out. Mr. Anderson got mad, punched Sting. They started fighting. Eventually, the bell rings. No one knows who rang the bell, but they're saying RVD is the winner due to disqualification. So after that, they went to another commercial. When they came back, it was kind of like the reaction segment, like they used to have a reaction show. So they showed RVD, they're talking to him about the match, and he still thinks that he has a match. He's ready to fight Sting. And then he's out of it. They said his bell rang. He said, huh, what? The bell rung? I got to go to my match. He's like, no, the match is over. You're the winner. And then they interviewed Sting. He said he don't know what happened. He never rang for the bell. So then next thing you know, Mr. Anderson comes out of nowhere, gets right in his face. Sting fucking blasted him. Real punch right to the face. They start really fist fighting in the back parking lot. You could tell by the way they were throwing punches that they weren't fake. They were real. Sting was bobbing and weaving. Mr. Anderson was throwing some fast blows too, but Sting's veteran. He dodged it all. He got over. So D'Lo Brown and Al Snow and security come in the back to break that up. And that was pretty much it, man. That show was over. It went by, like I said, real fast for some reason. It was weird. But it's pretty much it for the TNA Impact, man.
Yeah, and I got a source that's claiming that this #1 contender thing isn't over yet. So.
Yeah, I don't think it is. We'll have to see next week what happens. So until then.
Well, I gotta make an announcement. Our next episode, if we could find some internet around this place, I don't know. It's pretty scarce around here. But we're planning on going on the SOCOM 4 beta. And show everybody what that's all about. I mean, you're a SOCOM guy, so I'm Call of Duty all the way. So I'd like to see what you think.
Yeah, that's right.
But we're running down
There's a guy out there on the internet talking bad about SOCOM, so stay tuned for our next show where we put that sucker in his place.
Alright, well, we're signing out. Stay tuned for the next episode.
Please leave questions and comments.